Well, what is about to happen, I think some of these Niger Delta bandits or Niger Delta militants should be called to order, because really what they are fighting for, I would not support this, because really it is uncalled for. What they're even requesting is far lower than what they should get. And if they are fighting for this cause, for me, it does not make any goddamn sense. So really, they should go back and sit down and re-strategize on, way forward and make better requests, not this. To me, this is a very cheap request. And what is that request? I'll bring that to you shortly. But before then, please, if you have not subscribed, ensure you hit the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Well, it says right here that the Niger Delta militants threaten 9 Nigerian governors, vows to bomb oil facilities. Who are these 9 Nigerian governors? We are here to find out. All right, guys, let us get into the details of this report. A coalition of militants in Niger Delta under the auspices of Reformed Niger Delta Avengers (RNDA) yesterday warned governors of the 9 states in the oil-rich region to steer clear of the 13% derivation fund or face the consequences, which may lead to destruction of oil facilities in the creek. Speaking through the General Officer commanding GOC-RNDA, self-professed Major General John Mark Ezonebi, aka Obama, the militant slammed the chairman of South-South Governors Forum and Delta State Governor Senator Ifeanyi Okowa over his recent claim that paying 13% derivation directly to oil communities would or could create misunderstanding. The militant cautions any attempt by Niger Delta governors to fight the presidency over our demand and that of our oil communities that 13% derivation funds should not be paid through them. We will declare war against them, because enough is enough of this man-made perpetual injustice created by our governors using the fund to buy private jets, properties in Abuja, Lagos and abroad, build government houses and buying billions of naira of exotic cars in their convoys. Okowa had, while answering a question on derivation during his quarterly interaction with reporters on Wednesday, said, "Besides, it is not a question of I want to manage 13%, though they thought so they want to manage 100%. What about the 87% being shared among other states in the country? You did not push for 87%, but it is the 13% coming to the state that you want to manage. It does not make sense. Unfortunately, people just want to be heard and noticed. But by the time the governors are talking on their own, you are getting a group of communities talking, and those ones have a different viewpoint. By the time this division is created, what then happens? They will say we are singing in different tunes, that you do not have a collective voice on the management of resources in your region," he said. However, militants who purported that Niger Delta governors were misappropriating the 13% derivation funds asserted Governor Okowa and his counterparts from the region are warned to stay clear from the 13% derivation funds, or else they will face severe consequences which may lead to destruction of all oil facilities in the creek. Ezenebi faulted the claim by Governor Okowa that paying 30% derivation fund directly to oil communities does not make sense and could cause misunderstanding, saying his outburst was provocative. He added that contrary to the governor's claim, direct payment to oil communities and not state governors will lead to effective development of the region. Governor Okowa's statement is provocative and an attempt by the Niger Delta governors to continue the alleged diversion of 13% derivation meant to develop oil-producing communities and region The governor's position, which is contrary to the stand of the presidency and oil and gas producing community, is that it is the governors that can manage the funds on behalf of the oil communities. This is a great insult and deceitful position by the governors known to have misappropriated funds meant for the development of the region. Okowa and his fellow governors should come out to tell us what they have done with the 13% derivation and many other funds that have accrued to the region. Okowa's position is also an insult to the agitating militant group in the creek and the oil-producing communities and traditional rulers from the region. These Niger Delta governors cannot continue to enslave and mortgage the future of our youths and that of our unborn children in the creeks. They should also not provoke the wrath of the gods upon their lives, and if they refuse to stay clear from the 13% derivation fund, we may be forced to declare war against them and tag them as enemies of development of the oil-rich region. In our years of agitation, we have observed that damages and a devastating effect caused by these greedy self-centered state governors from the region. The oil and gas producing communities in region are saying enough is enough. The RNDA leader said, according to him, RNDA wants to challenge the governor of Delta State in pinpoint the massive urban infrastructure development he has done so far with the trillions he has collected from the 13% derivation fund since he assumed office as governor of Delta State in 2015. Well, they have said their minds. Really, they made a good point, but my challenge was or is what the governor said actually is correct, because 85% is far away from the state, and the 13% is being given to the state for, infrastructural development and all of that. But because of a corrupt Nigeria that we have today, that 13% would have gone a long way. But really, this militant guy says that the 13% should also be shared and be given to the youth. The youth should feel this 13%. We want to share from this 13%. Why is it only the governors? Because they have not seen a lot of development in those regions, yet the governors are the ones pocketing that 13%. That is one challenge the militants have, but they should also think, if they can fight this with the federal government, that 13% is too small for that region. Just like Zamfara enjoying their gold, they are getting over 35%. And so, why is it not possible for the oil-rich region to also get up to 25 or 30% of whatever resources from the oil that is coming from the state? That should be the fight they should be fighting, not fighting for peanuts that is already, being misappropriated by the governors. But well, we never can tell the outcome of all of these things, because it could be for good, it could also be for the worse. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.